talk about the roster construction for tonight, Green Bay versus the Lions. We're going to just discuss a nice, safe build and talk about going after just double ups. And what we usually do is make a nice little safe build. That way it's logged into our system. And then set your alarm right before lock, which is at 7:15 here. And try to scour for overlay. Look for tournaments that aren't filling up or double ups that aren't filling up. And that little bit of edge can really help you out, especially long term. So if a contest is out of 100 people and there's 30 minutes right before, 30 seconds right before it locks, and it's only got 50 people in it, hurry up and jump right into it. And let's say it ends up filling up 80, 90 people, it's still a nice advantage over the field. So that's what I advise to do. We're going to set a really nice, safe build and play with some possible builds. Now, if you're wanting to enter some tournaments and go after the big first place prize, whether it's the Millie Maker or another giant GPP, make sure to follow our guys at Occupy Fantasy. The link's above this video right here in the article. So let's start it off with our favorite play on the board and the most expensive guy, Davante Adams. He's in a very easy matchup. Detroit's defense is terrible. We're going to want to get more Packers players in here than Lions, just on the sheer fact they're 12-point favorites. We at least want to go a 4-2, maybe a 5-1 stack. So started off with Adams. I'm sure we really see Rodgers bouncing back here after being embarrassed by the Saints. We're going to play with some things here, just see what we can afford. We're going to try to build this game out kind of like Green Bay is going to run away with it, with maybe some catchback options, late garbage run that Detroit might get. Very similar to how Detroit's game went last time. If you look at that, by the way, so Detroit was down big in this game. They made a little rally at the end, but we're going to treat it like that. Let's say Detroit, we're going to treat it like Detroit's going to be down 14 at half. Let's look at who had the target share here. Hockenson had 10. DeAndre Swift had 11. Now, both of those guys are pretty expensive. We'll see what we can fit. Jamal Adams had 9. So it tells you right there that Goff was checking it down, throwing a lot of short stuff to the tight ends and backs. Now, our receivers are very, very cheap here because Tyrell Williams is out, who's technically the number 1. He's out tonight. So we can get Khalif Raymond, St. Brown cheap. Trinity Benson's only $1,000. Cephas is cheap, 7 targets. So let's just play with some builds here and see what we can afford. It's going to be hard to fade Aaron Jones as a 12-point favorite. The opportunity for him to fall in the end zone is going to be relatively high. You can also play A.J. Dillon, it's not a split back situation over there, but it's probably a 70-30, and you're getting a $7,000 discount on Dillon. So let's just see what we afford. If we go these 3 here, that only leaves you $3,500. If you go the 3 big dogs, you're going to probably have to play the Benson guy for $1,000. Let's see what St. Brown can get us. And remember, guys, it's A St. Brown, not E. A is on Detroit and will be on the field a lot. That leaves you $7,100. So you could go something like that and play Tanya. You could go something like that. That's basically all you're going to be able to do if you go that safe. So let's say we come off of Brown and go Khalif Raymond, who we got to make sure he plays. He's supposed to play. Very well could be the number 1 receiver over there tonight. This is a nice build. That gives you the Packers D. So Packers being a 2-touchdown or almost a 2-touchdown favorite. You're jamming in a bunch of Packers. You're looking at some bring it back options, some cheap options. At receivers, people that are going to catch the ball with a Packers D. I like this a lot. I may play this. But like we said, let's get Jones out of there now. I just don't see myself fading Adams or Rodgers. It's going to be too risky. Let's say we go Dillon here. Now we can come up and go with either Hockenson or DeAndre Swift. Let's say we play them both. No, you can't. Okay, they're DeAndre Smith. That leaves us 4,100. Let's say we go with Benson again at the 1,000 mark. At least 73. I mean, I guess you could play both running backs for Detroit. So let's look at what these running backs did. Losing big. They threw it to the running back 11 times and 9 times to 2 running backs. So you can most certainly play both running backs if you want. That's fine in either game script, because if they're winning, they're going to be running the ball. If they're losing, they obviously like to pepper the running backs. So you could play, if you play Ockerson here and Jamal Williams, that they got a lot of the target share last time. Let's see if you go Swift here. It leaves you 85. Kind of no man's land. You don't want to leave a lot of salary on a double up. Come off of Benson, go Raymond again. Leaves you 51. You're back to the Packers D. Makes a lot of sense. If you think the game shoots out a little bit, you can play Lazard. Perfectly good play. But I'd start with Adams and Rodgers and the captain. Don't overthink that. Make a decision between Dillon and Aaron Jones, and then fill in what you can. Kind of focus on pass catchers for Detroit, as we just feel like this game, Detroit's going to have to be in comeback mode. I think personally Jared Goff's a okay play, but at 10-4, if you're going to try to fit in the stars on the Packer side, it's going to be hard. And we know where the ball's going in Green Bay. It goes mainly through Rodgers, Adams, and Jones. I like Dillon for value, Lazard for value, but those are the 3 main guys. So at least get 2 of the 3 of those in there, and try to fill in the rest with some cheapos. There's a lot of value on the Detroit side. So good luck tonight. And for more in-detailed stuff on better contest attack in the regular showdown here, make sure to go to Ceiling versus Floor and check out our other articles and videos on just how we really attack DraftKings. And look, yesterday we had $1,000 profit day. Read that article on how we did it and what we suggest doing. So good luck tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow.